What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here in another video, and today we're doing a mock. The mock on the GOAT house is way too early and apparently understudied 2022 NFL mock draft. So, yeah, I mean, tomorrow, Broshmo and I are releasing our 2022 mocks, and Broshmo and I worked back and forth on it. So, for you guys who want to see some great content, you guys are going to definitely have a treat right there. I believe this was set by the Vegas odds, but it's going to be a different order for what was tomorrow because it's based on the site. But let's get into this. It's the new mock season. Yes, we're jumping into it literally the day after, but I hope you guys do enjoy. It's going to be a late video, but that's because we created about 2 hours of content for y'all earlier. So please do enjoy. So starting off with the #1 overall pick, I should probably just go into full screen to be more, be a little bit more professional. But let's start off with the #1 pick. We got Derek Stingley here. I think that's ridiculous. I'm going to be honest. I mean, the idea that the Texans signed a billion corners in free agency and you're taking a corner with the #1 overall pick. Granted, Derek Stingley's a beast. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's absolutely asinine. You know, it is a corner at the end of the day. Very valuable, but when has a corner ever really gone #1 overall, right? There's a reason for it. Derek Stingley's a very talented corner, one of the best we have seen. Obviously, I think that Ricks, his buddy, might even be better than he is. But if the Texans are sitting at #1 overall and do not want to take a quarterback, either A, trade out, which I don't think this has any trades, or B, take the arguably best pass rusher we've seen besides Chase Young like the past 10 years. That's my boy, Kayvon Thibodeau. But yeah, I'm giving that pick an instant. That's an instant D right there. That's the #1 overall pick, dude. I'm sorry. That's just a little bit ridiculous to me. And they literally just went out and signed a shit ton of corners in free agency. #2, Sam Howell. I get it. I like that. In my mock, spoiler alert, I went Sam Howell. It's a perfect fit. It's similar to what they're looking for, but it has some extra upside. I don't know if he's the first quarterback off the board. There's a lot of big question marks, and we're going to see if Sam Howell can operate without his top 4 weapons this year. So we're going to keep our eyes out on that because Sam Howell could definitely be a beast. But if he ends up choking this year, we might be seeing him tumble quite a bit with his draft stock. #3, Evan Neal. He's a guard. He is 360 pounds, and I'm pretty sure his arm length isn't the best. So he and Broshmo, he to Broshmo and I is a guard. So I think that the Bengals drafting a guard at #3 is it's a bit rich, to put it simply, after you just drafted Jackson Carman, who will probably be playing right tackle. So I really don't like the pick at all. #4, KT. I went to high school with him. I know he's a great guy, very fun. And yeah, that's an A+ pick. Obviously not going to be there. Should be probably the #1 overall pick. But, obviously, poor decisions have led to the Jets reaping the rewards. #5, Kyle Hamilton, safety, Notre Dame. Safeties never go that high, but I could see the Jaguars taking him. It's potentially a pick right there. So I wouldn't hate on it at all. Kyle Hamilton's an absolute stud. #6, Eagles getting Spencer Rattler. I don't know how the Eagles would feel with getting back-to-back OU quarterbacks after, the quarterback on the roster right now started over Spencer Rattler. I know that Jalen Hurts might have just been put there for seniority, but I don't know. Spencer Rattler is extremely raw, and if you're at #6, I don't know. I really don't know if you move off of Jalen Hurts. It really has to depend on why you're there at 6. Injuries and stuff like that. It's like, Spencer Rattler has the highest ceiling in the class, hands down. But it's just really, it's an interesting idea that you're getting pissy at one Oklahoma quarterback to go to another Oklahoma quarterback. Next, we got Drake Jackson, edge out of USC. I don't like this pick at all. Drake Jackson, to me, is definitely not worth this pick. I think he's more of like a mid to late first for me. Taking him in the top 10 is a little bit ridiculous. I really don't like it. There's definitely some offensive linemen that I think would be pretty damn good here. Looking at Tyler Linderbaum out of Iowa. I know Broshmo is super high on him. I have him as a top 15 player, but with this, it's such a need. You still can fill that guard spot. They didn't address offensive line at all. Nick Gates could also be replaced with Linderbaum. I just feel like it was a little bit of a lack of like I don't know. I guess we can agree to disagree on our picks here, but I really think that that's a poor value. Kyer Elam going number 8. Seriously, don't think he will, just because of the fact that Chauncey Gardner. I don't know, it's not Chauncey Gardner, but Amon Gardner is a lot better to me in Kyrie Elam. I really just don't like that. I just don't understand why he would put him above Gardner, but I mean, I guess again, we all have our our picks. So next we got Malik Willis to Washington. Don't know if he actually goes that high. Don't know if he's quarterback 3, but it's an option. It's an option. Definitely has some Trey Lance-esque traits to him. Christian Harris. Yeah, no, too inconsistent. He needs to be a bit better. So if you're going to be going 2 reaches in 7 and 10, you might as well just pack up and go home, Giants. Next, George Karlaftis, another reach. There's better edge players on the board, and I think that he hasn't selected the one player that should have went above both of them, and that's a kid out of Ohio State. He's a lot better. So yeah, I don't really understand why you get Karlaftis. Your entire roster is pretty damn built, especially on the defensive side. Really don't understand that pick at all. You could definitely go lineman here. Linderbaum would be a good pick. There's plenty of other routes you can go. Number 12, Isaiah Spiller. There's no reason for Spiller to go this high. He's just there's no reason for a running back to go at 12 unless you're generational, and Spiller's not. He's a really good running back, but I think they have Mike Davis, they have Javion Hawkins. They'll probably keep him for a while. There's no real reason to reach on someone like this. If you want to go corner, sure. If you want to go safety like Seven Banks, sure. Not Joseph Newman. Is it Joseph Newman? The kid out of Florida, not Florida. Wow, I'm bugging already. The kid out of Northwestern, Joseph. Yes. Yeah, I was thinking like Newman because Greg Newman. I'm trying to find the kid's name right now, but he probably didn't put him in his first. He didn't, but I think it's Greg Joseph. Might be the name, but he is amazing. He definitely could be this number 12 overall pick. Regardless of the fact, Isaiah Spiller, not worth the pick. Don't understand why there's such a reach. Josh Jobe played mainly slot corner for Alabama, so I really don't get this pick because Cameron Dantzler is the one piece on that secondary that's really working. Another F pick for me. Rasheed Walker, someone who has a big issue in terms of being consistent, so I'm not really vibing with that idea, but again, I mean, dude, the Cardinals got 2 later round corners. You could still get corner. Gardner is still on the board. So, not a big fan of it. Next, Zion Nelson out of Miami. I think that would be a great pick for the Steelers. We desperately need tackle help. So, next we got John Mechie. Seriously, don't think he goes in the first round. Has major drop issues. And it's easily the worst starting wide receiver for Alabama that they've had. Like the worst number 1 receiver for Alabama that they've had in at least 4 to 5 years. Just going to be blatantly honest with you guys right there. Next, we got Chris Olave. Love that fit. Love that pick. Zach Harrison is next. So this is the kid from Ohio State. Again, extremely underrating him right now. It's a little bit ridiculous to me, but whatever. Next, DeMarvin Leal. I think that he's going to go a lot higher than this. He's an absolute animal from Texas A&M. And you know what? The Cowboys just got Osa Odigizua. He'll probably be starting and have a pretty big role. Don't think that that's going to be another primary need. Again, corner could be a huge need here. Next, we got Andrew Booth from Clemson. Don't really vibe with Booth too much in the first. This feels a lot like Kyle Trask in the top 10 that Goat House did a while ago. So really don't understand it. And also Mikael Wright from Oregon. I don't see him ever being really like a first round pick, but he can develop into it. I guess maybe he must Go House must be thinking that these guys are going to develop into somebody who would be a first round pick because they sure as hell are not right now. Ja'Cory Roberson, not vibing with that idea either. Like there's literally so many better wide receivers left, and it's a little bit ridiculous. There's a kid from Arkansas who's a slot wide receiver who's going to be excellent. There's also Justin Ross, who will probably blow it up and then prove the medical's wrong, and he'll be great. And he'll be a first round pick. Don't really get that. Keaton Slovis, I don't get that. Dude, if you're at number 23, why the hell would you be taking a quarterback? You have literally a big ass hole at left tackle, and then interior defensive line. You could add somebody next to, what's his name, DeForest Buckner. You can add a safety if you want to. You can add a corner. Don't get a quarterback pick. That's one of the few positions that they don't need to address. Next, Brenton Cox. That's a great addition to the Broncos if you're going to be pretty much kissing Von Miller goodbye. So I have my issues. I have my issues. Next, we got Garrett Wilson. That's a great addition to the Browns. Don't think he'll get there. Kyron Williams to the Miami Dolphins. I think that's an excellent addition to the squad, but maybe I think that there probably could be some other additions to the squad that might have been a little bit better, but there's not many. Kyron Williams is a great addition. He does have Justin Ross in this. So the fact that he fell that far, it's like, dude, if he had a back surgery and played a full year, then this is ridiculous. Obviously, if there's been some injury problems, he'll fall out of the first. Next, Tyler Davis, Clemson. No. That's not even close to a Ravens pick. So I really don't get what's the point of going and putting that to the Ravens. It just it just doesn't feel at all like it would be a schematic fit. If you're going to be going a defensive lineman, you might as well just go Jordan Davis. Or, I mean, I'd just probably be sticking to Jordan Davis. I would not go over Tyler Davis. So wrong Davis. But next, Ventrell Miller, linebacker out of Florida. Maybe. They could definitely get some extra help. Isaiah McDuffie probably is going to do absolutely nothing, even though my guy Mason loves Isaiah McDuffie. I just think he's pretty much on the Marcus Whitman juice train, but whatever. Next, Breece Hall, Iowa State. Yeah, I can see it. They're in the Najee Harris sweepstakes this year, and you know what? Most of their team's going to be fully built. Then Jordan Battle. Don't know why they need another safety. Really don't. I'd rather get some extra corner depth there, or maybe some offensive line depth. And I think it's a little bit disgusting to underrate Tyler Linderbaum this much. But then George Pickens to end it off has his drop issues, doesn't really gain too much separation. He's going to be a day 2 guy unless he takes a big step forward. So let me know what you guys think. I've been quite disappointed with this, to be 100% honest with you, because Broshmo and I did an amazing mock draft that, yeah, there's been some guys who weren't exactly like we'll probably have holes in our picks too, but some of these just didn't. We're like pretty head scratching, so it's okay. Goat House does some really good content elsewhere, so perfectly fine. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys do enjoy this next year of goodies. And I mean, I hope that one day we can work with the Goat House so he can explain all these picks in real time. We can work together on this, because I know he's a very smart man, but sometimes I just feel like maybe the draft isn't his thing, but that's okay. I mean, hey, I can guarantee you a lot of the stuff that he does ain't my thing. He's going to be a lot smarter than me in it. So I'm just more of a niche type of guy. This is my niche, but I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.